Hello, my lovelies. It is your girl. Yeah, Alright, my lovelies. I am back. Goodness, this is a crazy story time. Well, I'm gonna tell you a story time and all that. So, somewhere in the video, I'm gonna do a card, right here where I want you to follow this YouTuber and click the card and go subscribe to his channel. So, anywhere in this video you see the card, click on it and subscribe to his channel. He's a really good YouTuber and tells it as it is, and his name is Ron. He's a really nice person trying to have his YouTube career, so go follow him. But let's get into the video. So anywhere in the video you see the card, subscribe to him. Alright, let's get into the video. This is a story time where I got attacked at my local CVS pharmacy. Well, this is years and years ago. I forgot when it was, but yeah. Let's get into the video real quick. Alright, and I'm gonna pop you down somewhere so I can explain appropriately. Well, I'm gonna try to explain with my one hand, so don't get me wrong, okay? So, let's get into the story time. So, I go on the bus everywhere, and I'm just sitting around minding my business, and, you know, like, I go on the bus, right? And I'm on the bus. I'm going to the CVS because that's by my house, right up the street. And I'm on the bus heading back from Sawgrass, which was in Weston. Sorry about that. And I get off of the bus, right? I call my great uncle, who I live with. But yeah, that's not the point. So I'm there with my uncle. Not there with my uncle, but I called him. He's coming to get me. I'm sitting waiting in front of CVS. And this man shows up. Big, buffy dude with a do-rag and black man and stuff like that. That's what he was. And I'm sitting there waiting for him to come and get me. And this man comes out like this at me. I was like, he's coming at me, and I thought he was just passing by me, right? And I'm standing there against the wall, and he comes right in front of me, and he blocks me with his hands like this and like this, trying to block me in. I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on here? And I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on here? I mean, this guy's coming at me, or like putting his hands like this and like this. And I'm scared, like I can't reach. I don't want to go in my pocket and reach something because he might snatch me. And he's grabbing me, doing all this nasty shit. And I'm like, like this, like, please don't, please don't, please. Like, I froze. Like, I kid you not, completely froze to death. And I'm like, and I was just frozen there, and I see these people speaking Spanish, and they were like right there, and I'm crying, like, I yelped. I said, please help me, please. And they wouldn't want to help me. Like, they were just standing there looking, watching this man put his hands on me and do shit to me. And I know a little bit of Spanish, not a lot of Spanish, just a few words, and I'm telling him hello in Spanish, trying to tell him to help me in Spanish, but I didn't know how to say it. So I'm sitting there, this guy is Mercy, and I'm like, scared as hell, crying out to these people for help, and they're speaking Spanish, and they're watching the whole thing, and I'm like, okay. Well, after like 5-6 minutes of standing there scared, and he's kissing me, all this shit, and I'm like scared as hell, crying for help. And finally, I got enough courage to say something to him to make him let go of me, because he had his hands on me. He was holding me down. I said, against the wall, kissing and shit. And right before I said it, he's like, we're gonna go to my house. I'm gonna have fun with you. And I'm like, oh my god, this son of a bitch. And I was like thinking, that's what I was thinking on saying, you son of a bitch, you better let me go. And I didn't say it, but that's what I wanted to say to him, because he was trying to get on me and kiss me and shit. And I'm like, dude, in my head, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I'm scared as fuck. This dude is coming at me, and I'm scared. Finally, he releases me, and he walks to the back of CVS towards the gas station. The Exxon gas station, which is right behind CVS. And I was like, oh my god, and here comes my great uncle driving up in the car. I run in the car, and I said, go to the gas station right now. I just got attacked by a black guy. I pull out my phone, and I immediately called 911, and I was on the phone with the operator, like, scared as fuck, saying, I got attacked at CVS, and I gave him the address, and I said, he's walking towards the gas station behind CVS. And I was screaming, like shaking on the phone, crying and stuff, telling the operator, and, like, saying, I just got attacked by a man. And my great uncle was yelling at the operator too, saying, you better get the cops out here, because I got attacked. And this man, he was walking away, and I pointed to him. I said, that's the guy. And we were following him right behind the car as he was rushing to the gas station. And I said, you better send the cops out here. And my great uncle said it too. Said, you better send the cops out here, or I'm going to do something to this guy. This guy shouldn't have never attacked me, because he was pissed. I was pissed too. And I'm like, oh my god, like, I was telling him, saying these Spanish people didn't want to help me. He was putting his hands on me. I was mad as hell. And when I was on the phone with them trying to follow the guy, tell him where he was. They said, oh, we're sending the cops. I said, this don't, da-da-da-da-da. And finally, one cop car shows up, and it's a female officer, gets out of the car, and I jump out of the car, and I tell the female officer, I said, I'm the one that called. I'm still on the phone with the operator right now. I need help. That guy, and I pointed. I'm like this. That's the guy. Like, I'm pointing like this. That's the guy, pointing. And finally, 2 more cop cars show up out of nowhere and get out of the car, and I was pointing, saying, that's the guy that attacked me. And one of the cops told me, like, one of the male cops told me, saying, go over there with the female officer, and we'll help you. And they'll help you. I said, okay. And I told the cop, I said, there was Spanish people, and one of the cops said, I'm going to go look at the video footage at the CVS. I said, please do. And I'm shaking as hell. And I said, this never happened to me, that I will get attacked like this in my life. I kid you not. And they were, like, searching him. And I was like, oh my god, I am so lucky I got out of that. Because if I didn't have gotten out of that, then I would have been like, bah, that. And I think I have my Grammy, Joy Sampson is her name. She died a long time ago in the hospital due to emphysema and codeine addiction, which is pretty upsetting, but she died. And I think she was watching over me that day, because by the grace of her or some miracle, I got out of that. Or he would have just, like, drugged me or something. And I was telling the cops, I said, I want to press charges. Just get him out of here. Like, he shouldn't have attacked me. The cop that went to the CVS came back and said, yeah, he did it. He did. Saying that, yep, video footage. He told them right there, saying, let's arrest him. He did what everything she's claiming is true. And the female cop got me to the car and made me fill out a paperwork about what happened. And I was like, oh my God, this man. And I was telling her everything. And she said, you want to press charges? I said, yes, I do want to press charges. I want to press charges on his ass. And she made me fill out the paper of everything that I saw and sign the paper and date it. And I asked her, I said, would I have to go to court to testify? And she said, no, we just need your statement. I said, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think she must have like video recorded me or something of my statement of what happened. And she was asking me questions. And she gave me her card with the case number and information saying if you need anything, just call and ask. I said, okay. I said, what's going on? And I looked at the cop car where they had the guy putting down. The guy's looking at me like, really, bitch? Like this. Really? Denying that he did this shit to me, and yet the CT cameras up on CVS caught him doing the shit. And the cop's like, I got a copy of the CD so we could take him and all that shit. I said, good, that's good, that's good. Like, he came at me and attacked me, like, out of the blue. And I was like, dude, oh my God. I emphasize this, like, carry a weapon on you. Carry pepper spray, a taser, a little knife. It'll make a difference if you get attacked. You know, protect yourself from the enemy. And that guy was an enemy because he came at me and put his hands on me like this. And I'm like, no, scared. I told the cop, I said, did you talk to the Spanish people sitting there that I described to you? And he said, yeah, they don't want to talk. I said, well, they saw the whole shit. He's like, okay, I'll go back over there and see if they're still there and I'll talk to them. He goes back and eventually talks to them. And they say, yeah, and he talked to them. They didn't want to be a part of it, but they did give a little statement. And I was like, that guy literally freaking attacked me, like, no reason at all. So, I'm sitting there watching, and they searched him. They took out lighter, cigarettes, and some white stuff. I was like, oh my God. And I think he had a little weapon on him or something like that. I couldn't barely see because, you know, my eyes were hurting at the time. And I was like, oh my God. And I was lucky those cops showed up less than like 5 minutes. Like, no joke. Like, they just came right there and grabbed him. Because I gave him a vivid description of the guy. And the guy's like staring at me. And they're putting him in the back of the car. And I'm still talking to the female, writing down the statement and shit. And I was like, what's going to happen to him? And she's like, we're going to take him in and shit. Because that's assault. Da, 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 da. And I was like, I was lucky to get out of that. Because that guy came right at me and attacked me. For no reason. Out of the blue. Being like, ooh, you attacked me. Really, dude? Like, you attack somebody? Nope. Didn't even care. And I think what I heard of it is, like, he probably went to jail, prison, or something like that, because he really did attack me, and that female cop was, like, so pissed off about it. Like, even if you're a young man, young woman, old woman, carry a weapon on you. It will make a difference if you have to get away from somebody in a sticky situation. Because obviously, you know, like, if you get attacked, that son of a SOB, it's all I'm going to say, SOB, might have a weapon on him. He might have something to drug you and take and rape you, shit like that. But no, don't let people take advantage of you like that. Because, you know, like for me, I was lucky I got out of there. And I had nothing to defend myself with. hope you enjoy this story time. It was a quick one because it happened very quickly. And I'm just lucky that I fought back. You know, I fought back, not resisting that because I didn't want him to do something nasty to me if I fought back. But if you have to, carry a weapon on you no matter what. Because it could make a difference between life or death. And I'm going to say this to you guys. I appreciate you all for watching my videos. And please subscribe if you're new. Please thumbs up this video. Leave a comment. And I'll see you in the next video.